the Academia sure is... But where should we...
Traveler, Paimon.
Sino! It's been so long since we last saw you!
As do you. You don't seem wary at all. So, what...
Oh, nothing in particular. I'm just...
Funnily enough, we were reminiscing about you recently, too.
Really? You were thinking of...
Indeed. You really want me to say the rest?
Oh, darn, he said it.
You like that one, huh? You must if you remember it.
All right. Here's your 500 Mora.
You're exaggerating.
Hey, 500 Mora is still a lot.
All right. Anyway, I'm actually investigating a case right now. My mind...
A case? What?
Nothing major. But after finding out who...
Need any help? We only came here to hang out, so we've got...
Such enthusiasm.
What?
Obvious enough. Still, it's a... All right. Follow me. Do you see him? The old man flailing around?
Oh, is he the one you wanted to talk to about?
Correct. His name is Cyrus, a former Spontamod sage.
Huh? Sino's teacher?
It's ridiculous. I'm just an old man who enjoys a spot of garden.
Professor, I've brought some friends.
Ah, Sino. Now who do we have here? Hold on, my goodness. You must be the...
Wow!
I've told him about you before. You are my... That's right. A couple of days ago.
A threat letter?
Exactly.
This is the letter in question. Cyrus, I have uncovered your secret. If you wish, secondly, don't come looking for me. You'll never find me. But I will always be watching you and... Wow, they sure didn't mince...
Clearly, this person...
10 million more. I'm just a single retiree with nothing to my name beyond the...
There were no witnesses. So currently the letter is all we've got. So, Traveler?
Paimon's ready to...
All right, take a look. Yes.
So is there something wrong?
Possibly. And I bet the paper has something to...
Most of the paper around here is much smoother than this, and the ink is absorbed quickly so it doesn't run. This paper...
It's certainly not the same paper as we use in the Academia, but the ink is nothing special.
So do we think the culprit has a... Wait! Check this out!
Agreed. The staining suggests...
A colored liquid.
Well, it's like we're thinking along similar lines. Let's go talk to Aureus. There.
Aureus. Aureus.
Mahamatra Sino. Sir Cyrus. Ah, and the Traveler...
As such, I'm inclined to believe that the culprit in... Oh, one last thing.
Oh, of course! You think that...
They do look like coffee. Also, if I'm not mistaken, the letter is written on a type of scented paper.
Ah, of course! Yes, like they sell in the gift shops.
Understood. I'll assemble a team...
You have my gratitude.
One last thing. Send some Matra to guard the entrances and exits of Sumeru City.
Will do.
Great thinking, Sino. So, yeah, they've probably been...
Yep.
Really?
The culprits approach. Whatever happens, they need this Mora. But just because they warned Professor... And crucially, The culprit said...
Huh? Wait, are you saying...
Found you!
What do you do?
You wrote the threat letter!
I don't know what you're talking.
I sensed someone was watching us from the shadows the moment we entered the House of Dana. You managed to stay relatively well hidden. For someone reckless, and there are a lot of people here, but we were looking specifically for Arav. Whoever followed us the whole way was likely to be the culprit.
I was just listening in, that's all. You know something.
You smiled when Arav left.
Is smiling a crime now?
There are coffee stains on the letter. You mixed some coffee with water, gently smeared it onto the paper, then wiped it off with a wet cloth. Closing off the exits to the city doesn't affect you, because you already live here. And the cafe was a red herring all along. You
can't pin this on me!
Really? Then why? The innocent have no reason to... Your heart's racing, and your eyelids are...
I would never...
Don't try anything or you'll pay the price.
Over.
You're telling me. 1 minute I go out for a quick smoke, the next minute I see Aura. Looked like a young guy, too. Couldn't have been much more than 30. But
Everyone, it's all over.
Gosh, that was so...
The culprit's name is Raka.
Huh?
16? Cyrus thought...
We checked his records. He's sick.
But he looks so old.
Yeah, seriously.
Foolish child.
We question the culprit regarding...
Oh, just spit it out.
Very well. It's our understanding that Araka is a mediocre student who has been underperforming in his classes. Down on his luck, he went to the tavern for a drink and overheard some people chatting about Sir Cyrus's comfortable retirement. They mentioned that...
Some old woman on the street? Goodness gracious. Has that rascal attended a single one of his classes?
Is this going somewhere?
Oh, right, yes. So another thing. We don't just argue about tomato plants.
Maybe it's more the fact that you have the time.
Araka mentioned he'd heard a rumor, alleging that Sir Cyrus illegally obtained a large sum of money from the desert before retiring. Araka believes this money to be the reason why Sir Cyrus hasn't kept up with any academic research.
Oh, Araka. I'm at a loss for...
People make up rumors all the time. I am quite confident that...
Arav, you'll have to find some excuse to it.
I completely understand how you feel, Sir...
Professor, there's no...
Oh, come on, I would...
Okay.
The academia will determine the appropriate disciplinary action against the student. And as for the individuals spreading rumors about the professor's obsession with tomatoes...
Who said I'm obsessed with some old woman on the street? Mind your wording or you'll... You seem confused. Uraka is just a young boy who made a very rash and very stupid decision based on all it costs me. It's a little...
Please rest assured, Professor, that the...
Yes, I have no doubt about that. But as a former educator, I'd still like to have a serious conversation.
Correct.
We looked into the family. Both parents are merchants, and they're often away on...
Oh, what a mess. You don't have to seal the evidence away yet, do you? I'd like to have that letter back for the time being. We have to show them how serious...
The relevant authorities have already reviewed the evidence and are now discussing Araka's punishment. You can hold on to the letter for now.
Oh, so you'll be able to...
Give or take. Cases like...
Very good.
My apologies, Sir Cyrus, but...
I see. And isn't Tainari in town?
Wait, you mean Tainari's in...
He is. Tainari's master, Sir Nephis, called him and Kale to the academia to help out on a project. Though I must say, I'm surprised you're extending an...
Don't be outrageous. Anyway, hurry up and fetch Tainari. Go on now. Not to brag, but we never had problems like this at Ratawa Hiss back when I was still teaching. It was students at the time.
I was out in the forest at least 4 days a week back then, thanks to a colossal workload from Master. It wrought havoc on my poor tail. so I didn't exactly. Most of what I know, I heard from.
Professor's become a lot more laid back in his retirement. He used to be far stricter, and was a.
Wow. It's hard enough to stay.
It's a pity Kale wasn't around at the time.
And then we'd have one more person who has to address Lisa.
Really? Can't you just call her Lisa? She seems to prefer it when people treat her like.
Oh, believe me, back when she was a student, nothing made her happier.
Whoa, more food? Are you sure about this? We don't want to take advantage.
Oh, don't worry about it. Order whatever you like. And if it...
I thought I heard some familiar voice.
Oh, Kaveh, it's been a while.
I've been all right, thank you.
Have you eaten yet? Care to...
That's awfully kind of you, but I had a late lunch, so I'm not really hungry just yet. I just came to Lombard's to buy some wine, and when I heard some... So what's the occasion, anyway?
Consolation, more like.
Sounds like things have really gone downhill since I was there.
I can't believe how young the guy.
Young people are always more susceptible to making rash and... But still, this boy...
Wow, yeah.
I will always be watching you and all of you.
If this were my son...
Luckily, I'm also an.
Kaveh! Your order's ready, sir!
Coming. I'll have to get going.
Okay, bye-bye!
Here I am. The coffee beans are in here too.
Yep, it's all there. I'll stop babbling away now.
Oh, too tasty.
Oh, mine too. I'll have to...
Thanks for dinner, Sir Cyrus. Master Tainari and I will bring you some home.
Well, I look forward to that. In fact, could I...
No problem at all. I'll pack some.
I'll see you all later.
Good night, Professor. Don't let.
Hey, my tomatoes are serious business. Anyway, I'll be leaving now. Don't stay up too late now, children. I bid you all a good night.
Take care, have a safe...
All right.
What do you mean, us
Well, I was talking with Tainari and Kale.
camping? Oh, that sounds fun! Paimon's in! Wait, no, that's my job. Don't take it away from... You don't have to play the hero when you're out with us.
Everyone, let's meet tomorrow afternoon at the river. No need to bring anything. We've already packed.
You got it, we'll be...
Great.
Time to set off. Let's head to the southeast of Gandharvaville and meet up with the others. We're here! Wow, you guys are ahead of the game. You set up the tents already.
I'd say we're right about on schedule, actually.
Traveler, Paimon, let's go fishing together. You got it. Dinner's on us tonight. I hope I can contribute too. The other forest watchers gave me some fishing tips a little while.
I saw some very appetizing mushrooms in the area, so I gathered a few for.
Wow, camping with a forest watcher is the way to go. They think of everything.
This is true. I don't think I've ever had a single rough day in this forest.
So?
Well, there's been some hot...
I see. Oh, in that case, you should try a valberry. I bought some from.
A valuable suggestion. Just don't bury your feelings using food.
All I wanted was to recommend something bittersweet.
Oh, I have a sudden craving for fruit tea. I'm gonna go fetch some stuff.
She sure made a run for it.
Unbelievable. She made a run for it.
So Kale chose the path of tactical retreat. My dear friend, you know what I am about to say. Excellent! A kindred spirit. But it looks like we'll get told off.
We got a bite!
I'll reel it in.
Firewood, spices, snacks. There are 3 tents. Which one do you two want to take?
How about the one on the left? Well, Paimon just thinks he...
True. But it's also the closest to the water.
Well, that's no good. Take my weapon.
Anyone would think you were sealing the gates to King Deshret.
Excellent. Then this tent will...
I'm back! How's your appetites? Ready for the barbecue?
Always. Oh, it smells so...
Someone sure is desperate to eat.
Wait, what?
Hey, if it works for steak, maybe it works for...
Medium well for me.
Okay, these are about ready now then. It'll be a few more minutes for anyone who wants...
Oh, that was so delicious.
I ate a lot too.
If you're tired, then go rest.
You must be getting sleepy too, Paimon. Why don't you guys...
Tonight, I show you mercy.
Good night.
Paimon's struggling to keep her eyes open.
Oh, don't forget this. The Staff of the Scarlet Sands.
Wait, you were actually being serious about that?
It's a very powerful weapon. Try it.
Paimon can't even lift that thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Paimon's sure. We'll be fine. And even if...
That reminds me of a parting king of Impa right now.
I think they should all be here. Traveler? Paimon?
Look at this.
What the? What's this sword doing here? Is it supposed to keep out intruders?
Evidently.
Huh? Who is it? Oh, what time do you call this? Paimon's gonna take out the sword. Yeah! Oh, hey them, Kave! What are you doing?
Sorry to wake you up at this hour of the night.
Let's get dressed and talk about it outside.
Something has come up. And since it pertains to Cyrus and Cyrus...
Whoa, whoa, back up. Let's start from the beginning. Huh? Where'd the wine cups go? Ah, there they are.
I'll have a cup too.
Can you see if the cookies are still on the table?
They are. And so are the fruits.
Oh, this is so bland. I should have gotten a few bottles.
Do tell. What...
Oh, right, I forgot to mention. So, I ran into Cyrus yesterday evening when I went to the tap. Anyway, they got a bottle of Lombard's new vintage for the table. At least, I think that's... You know what it's about, right? 16-year-old kid.
I heard some people talking about it on the streets, yes. Didn't take...
I wonder what Sir Nephis... Oh, Cyrus showed me the extortion letter, too. It was... give me a sec, I'll sketch it out for you. Okay, done. Take a look. You see what I mean? I don't think I've ever seen writing paper like this around.
Interesting. These are all...
What?
Take this, for instance. Looks like an outline of a spire, similar to the kind found on some ancient palaces. It bears a striking resemblance to an ancient emblem, one that hasn't been...
Whose emblem is it?
It's the emblem of the Temple of Silence.
After discussing it with each other, we both agreed that this was a long way to come from the city. Alhaitham figured you were probably with Tainari, so Gandharvaville was our first stop. Then, just as we were heading off to the campsite, we ran into Sino. He said he was on a supply run.
Hold on, so what's the deal with that?
Something's up, huh? Give me a second.
So you've never heard of the Temple of Silence? Well, these days, you can find a Temple of Silence office in the Academia. Theoretically, it's responsible for the custody and disposal of information. At least, that's what they tell the outside world. Historically speaking, the original Temple of Silence is said to have been established by Hermanubis. By contrast, none of the Academia Temple's current members are from the desert region. Nor...
So the Temple of Silence at the
It's possible.
So, how do you know all this?
Did you forget? He did a stint as acting Grand Sage, and kept the pay raise even after he resigned.
Oh, yeah! Paimon did totally forget.
If you're asking me whether I familiarized myself with the documentation...
So much about this doesn't make sense. Why did the emblem of the Temple of the Students only 16? And doesn't have any family ties?
You said you ran into Sino, yes?
Yep. He ran off.
Given that Cyrus is involved, he's probably... Still, we should try...
If the Academia's Temple of Silence really does exist just to cover up the... We should pay a visit.
Yes. As the Sage of Amorta, my master ought to know the truth about...
If this situation is connected to the real Temple of Silence, the...
Kale, could I trouble you to send a traveler, Paimon?
Sounds like a plan.
Cyrus has been living in the city lately. He rented a place near the field so he can keep an eye on his tomato plants.
Then let's go look for him there.